Last Saturday started off like any typical family game night at our house. The plan was to gather around the coffee table, armed with snacks and drinks, and dive into a few rounds of Pictionary. Given the crowd, we were prepared for a mix of chaotic drawings and questionable guesses, as was tradition. But this time, my grandma, who had recently returned from a creativity retreat at the local community center, suggested we try a version she called Extreme Pictionary. Now, in most families, grandma suggesting a new game might mean a new board or a different set of rules, but not in ours. Our grandma has a flair for the theatrical, and we were all about to find out what that meant. The first round began innocently enough, with my cousin drawing a rather abstract dog that looked more like a potato with legs, but things took a turn when it was grandma's turn. She stood up with a flourish and declared that her drawing would be enhanced with interpretive dance. We all exchanged looks of amused confusion, but before anyone could protest, she started swaying and twirling around the living room, wielding a carrot as her paintbrush. The whole scene was like watching a ballet performance at a farmer's market, and we were all too captivated, or perhaps too bewildered, to stop her. As the game progressed, Grandma's performances grew more elaborate. She incorporated everything from mashed potatoes to spaghetti, creating edible masterpieces on the fly. She used a loaf of bread as a canvas and painted with gravy, explaining each stroke with the kind of passion you'd expect from an art gallery tour guide. My sister, laughing so hard she was nearly in tears, said it was like watching an episode of a cooking show directed by Salvador Dali. With each round, teams were less focused on guessing and more on enjoying the spectacle that was Grandma's avant-garde approach to Pictionary. By the end of the night, the living room looked like a culinary crime scene, and we were all clutching our sides from laughter. The grand finale came when Grandma, using a bowl of guacamole and a handful of tortilla chips, recreated what she called the Last Supper, but with snacks. When asked what exactly she was trying to convey, she grinned and said, "Well, you know what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but with me, it's also worth 1,000 calories." And at that moment, surrounded by laughter and a mess of food, we all agreed she truly was the Picasso of potatoes.